Magandang umaga and welcome na naman sa isa na namang masaya at mas importante, makabuluhang usapan dito si UnionBank Talks Digital. Ako po si Carl Cordero, isang proud Union Banker. Hopefully you've seen me before in other videos. And I'll be moderating this session this morning. And we have a very exciting conversation na naman. Parati po exciting dito sa UB Talks Digital or UnionBank Talks Digital. Dahil today, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay dedicated sa mga micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs who are arguably the backbone of our economy. Paano ko po yun nasabi? Ayon sa datos from DTI and PSA, 99.52%, almost 100% of all the businesses sa Pilipinas ay MSMEs, providing over 60% of total employment in the Philippines. This data is prior to the pandemic, so for sure, mas umami pa yan, lalo na ngayon, right? Na nag-venture ang marami sa mga kani-kanilang businesses. And for those of you who've done that, I'm sure you will agree that the struggle is real. Ika nga po nila for business owners. And now more than ever, this is true. Ramdam na ramdam po nila at natin ang mga challenges ngayong pandemic. But this morning, hopefully we can shed some light into these struggles and offer, more importantly, as UnionBank, digital solutions to help with these businesses, particularly in managing finances. And we will also get tips from experts and entrepreneurs themselves to help MSMEs navigate through this crisis. And po ba, napaka-relevant at napaka-interesting topic. Na madami po tayong matututunan sa araw na to, kaya simulan na po natin sa ating UnionBank Talks Digital. Joining this morning, as always, are several very, very important people. Sisimulan na natin sa ating government partner, which shares our vision for hashtag SME Tech App, which we have the Department of Trade and Industry Assistant Secretary, Mary Jean T. Pacheco for. Asek Jean, good morning.
Morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting us.
And thank you for joining us, Asek Jean. Asek Jean is actually the e-commerce lead and also the Department Legislative Liaison Officer. Her career with DTI spans over 2 decades, and she's been instrumental in implementing sustainable and transformative reforms. Big words, hindi po ba, in the agency. We are honored to have her this morning to share the broader view of the government in terms of digitizing the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the country. Now, we also have a very special treat for everyone. I have been looking forward to speaking with her myself. We have a celebrity mompreneur joining our esteemed panel this morning. Our client guest will be sharing the struggles in starting up her own business and how she overcame these struggles. Friends, please welcome owner of Nene Prime Foods, Nene Tamayo, more popularly known as Nene Tamayo. Good morning, Nene.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. And good morning po sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin ngayon. Magandang umaga. I'm so happy to be here and excited to share my experience with you guys.
Umagang kasing ganda ni Nene. So for those of you who are namumukhaan siya at na parang familiar ang pangalan, if you remember, she was the very first big winner of ABS-CBN Pinoy Big Brother. So we're very happy to have her here, right? And of course, if we have a celebrity mompreneur, we also have our own celebrities from UnionBank para ikwento sa atin ang pinakabagong app para sa mga MSMEs. Kasama po natin ang SME Platforms Head and Vice President of SME Business Group. Please welcome Mr. JP Soleman. Hi, JP.
Hi everyone. Napapansin nyo, ako lang yung nawawala dito. All the guests are girls. They're very, very beautiful girls. I don't know why Carlo had to bring me in, but I'll be more than happy to share with everyone what's in store about digital banking for SMEs.
At tawag po dyan contrast, di ba? Para may contrast tayo. At hindi lang para sa contrast, dahil nandito si Sir JP bilang he's being very modest, ladies and gentlemen. Sir JP is a poster boy for the SME Business Banking app. At mamaya, malalaman po natin kung paano ito makakagaan sa buhay ng mga business owners, right? Joining JP is the product innovator for business banking, Alex Dizon from the Transaction Banking Center. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Sir Carlo. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us here.
Thank you for joining us. Now, Alex is managing the development and deployment of very exciting features in the app. And later, she will share details of what's in store for MSMEs when they onboard. Now, let's get things started, shall we? To set the tone and help us appreciate the government's efforts in digitizing the business landscape in the country. Let's ask ASEC Jean. Tulungan mo naman kaming understand yung roadmap no, ng Philippine e-commerce and how this roadmap can help MSMEs like our guests today.
Thank you, Carlo, and thank you to our friends from UnionBank for this UnionBank Talks Digital. No? So, suki ata ako ng UnionBank. I just have to start it this way. Alam nyo, meron kaming project yung tinatawag na later on, babanggitin ko yung Negosyo Center Online. I would like to thank the DTI, thanks the Union Bank. Kasi, yung sila Bog, sila JP yan, the Union Bank helped us in setting this up. So, abangan nyo, no? Abangan ninyo kasi we started with and we're very grateful. Kaya malaki ang tuwa namin kasi even dito sa during the pandemic, no, Union Bank continues to help the Department of Trade and Industry relative to helping our kababayan, those entrepreneurs, no, to go online, no. So maraming salamat po sa Union Bank sa lahat ng mga suporta na binibigay ninyo sa DTI. So, okay. So, are you ready? Union Bank Talks Digital. Ako po I am now currently handling the e-commerce, no? And part of our role really is to promote e-commerce growth in the country and also to digitalize, no? Part of that is the digitalization of SMEs. Kaya talagang I love the topic for today. So maybe we can just begin with a few contexts, no? Na si DTI po, under din po to na ating portfolio, no? The Department of Trade and Industry issues business name registration. Alam niyo ho ba that prior to COVID, we had about 1,753 business names registered. At ito ho, I am only referring to those that are into retail sale via internet. So makikita ninyo ho, hindi ho yun yung buo. Ay kabuuan ho, may mga 700,000 na tayo ngayon. Pero only for those that are into online retail, no, online selling, bago mag-COVID, 1,750. Nung nagkaroon ho tayo ng period of quarantine, that was March 16, until now, no, it actually na-update na po siya, no? August 31 na po ito. We are now into the 75,000 po. No? That's a tremendous increase in the number of business names registered relative to PISIC 47913, retail sale via the internet. What does that mean? That means that more and more of our kababayans are now venturing into online selling. So that's the case, kaya malaking tulong na dapat binibigyan natin sila ng tulong kung paano ba sila maging successful, no? You see, as I have mentioned, of course, the Department of Trade and Industry covers really both policy and programs, no? So kaya ho naatasan ho yung ating opisina diyan na magkaroon po ng tinatawag nating updating ng e-commerce roadmap. We have a roadmap that was formulated in 2016, but it will end. No, it's the Philippine E-Commerce Roadmap of 2016 to 2020. But so now, when I was appointed e-commerce lead, immediately we had to make sure that we update it. So ang konting kwento ko today. What is happening relative to this roadmap? Because sabay-sabay ho tayong sasakay dito sa roadmap na ito. As I've mentioned, we are crafting the e-commerce Philippines roadmap, and this is not something that the department does alone. Nandyan po yung private sector, kaya nandito po si Union Bank because every time we have a stakeholder engagement, we always invite our partners, no, from the payment sector. Then that's Union Bank is involved there. So the digital platforms, of course, the fintech, logistics service providers, and all of the other members of the ecosystem. We actually enumerated them all. Of course, the public sector, and alam nyo because we are now the issue of digital, natuto na rin po kaming magkaroon ng crowdsourcing, no? So we came up with a Viber community. So the public can really participate. At this point in time, usually I always mention some statistics, di ba? Alam niyo naman ho dito sa Pilipinas, mas marami hong telepono kesa sa populasyon. Di ba ho? We have 108 million Filipinos. If you ask how many have a mobile, we have 124. That's more than the number of population we have. Oh, alam mo natin yan. Si Sir JP ho, 3 ho ang telepono niya. Si Carlo ho, may 3 din ho siya. So, yun ho, no? That's the whole point of it, that the Filipinos are really very, aside from that, we spend 10 hours of internet daily. Ito lang ho ang problema natin, no? Madalas po tayong mag-internet, pero hindi ho natin ginagamit sa e-commerce. So, as I said, alam nyo, when we are currently now monitoring the roadmap, and we will now come up with the 2022. Meron ho kaming we would like to share our mantra, no? And it's called Basta E-Commerce, Madali. So, it's a simple message. If you are a consumer, madali pag e-commerce, bibili ka lang online, di ka na pupunta, di ka na magpapagod, online ka lang, tingnan ka, mamili ka, and then bayad ka lang, mabilis. At kung ikaw naman ay merchant, online, madali rin kasi hindi ka na kailangan pang maghanap, hindi mo na problemahin yung brick and mortar mo, yung logistics support mo. Pag ikaw ay merchant, mas mabilis kang makipag-usap sa mga customer mo. No, so mas higit sa lahat, meron kang access to market kasi mas madami yung yung market mo, hindi lang sa brick and mortar, pati na sa kahit malayong lugar siya, no, pwede ka na. Yun, kaya gusto natin na madali ito para sa merchants, madali rin ito para sa consumer. But for us in government, meron pang meaning yung madali. Ma stands for market access. The digitalization and logistics integration. So yun ha. And what are those? Those are the focus of government. No, we want you to increase your market. We want it has to be digitalized, your businesses, and of course we have to make sure that we have an efficient logistics system. Right? So ayan na po, no, as I've mentioned, we have a roadmap. I won't delve into the details of it, but it's available, the details of that. There are 53 actionable items that we are monitoring in the roadmap. Nakaka 64% accomplished po, no? Syempre medyo lalong na-delay because of COVID, medyo nahinto, but still there are many action items in the roadmap that we are still continuing to pursue. Okay. So sa mga kababayan na nakikinig ngayon sa ating webinar, we'd like to, one of the things that is quite important when we crafted when we proceeded with the crafting of the e-commerce roadmap is to define what we call the e-commerce architecture. So ano ho ba yung architecture ng e-commerce? Alam niyo po ako, I am very proud to say that I'm a digital immigrant. Gen X rin po ako eh. So medyo nagkakabistuhan na hindi ho ako masyado sa e-commerce kasi takot ho ako sa credit card ko, baka maloko po ako, medyo hindi ako But nung naging e-commerce lead po ako, I had to understand what is the e-commerce architecture. So ito ho, sa tulong ho ng ating mga members from the private sector, the platforms, the fintechs, they taught us who are the players when in the e-commerce ecosystem. I would like the public to understand the e-commerce. No? Kasi hindi lang ho ito yung merchant na nagtitinda tsaka yung platform. No? Hindi lang ho yan. No? Isa po siyang malaking e-commerce ecosystem na kung hindi sila nag-uusap-usap and if they are not working in harmony, the system will not be as successful as robust. So we all need an infrastructure, kaya ho ayan yung software, yung hardware, pati ho yung skills. Yan ho ang sinasabi natin. Sa e-commerce, kaya dinedevelop po natin yung skills natin, upskilling. Kailangan marunong sa digitalization, sa automation ang ating mga namamahala ng ating e-commerce. Of course, there are platforms. Dito ho, alam niyo po yan, yung mga marketplaces. Sino naman po ang hindi makakaalam dahil lahat ho halos tayo nagsha-shopping kung hindi ho sa Zalora, Lazada, Shopee, Facebook, Instagram, nagbebenta ho tayo, mga marketplaces po. Meron ding online retail. Ito po yung mga may brick and mortar, SM, Landers, Rustans, lahat po sila may brick and mortar but they are also selling online. And then there are also companies which are we call enablers. Ito po yung nagpo-provide, for example, ng training sa logistics, sa yung mga fintechs po natin. So ang tawag po natin dyan, enablers. And of course, it is about reach. At the end of the day, pag sinabi ho nating e-commerce, it's either you are a buyer or you are a seller. So lahat ho yan ay players ng e-commerce. At syempre, nandyan ho si regulator, no? Ang government po. No? Whether it is in the area of consumer protection, data protection, trade, kasama po dyan si intellectual property, taxation, tariffs, and of course, labor. No? So these are all the players in the Philippine e-commerce ecosystem, which in the roadmap, we are consulting, we are understanding, and we need to have strategies so that all of them will work together in a cohesive manner. So yan po ang ating e-commerce ecosystem. So ito naman ngayon, so ano yung ano natin, yung architecture. O ito naman tayo sa ecosystem. Yung kung kanina po yung architecture mga players, itong ecosystem, ito naman po yung interrelationships nila. So again, babalik ko tayo sa mga estudyante ho ng economics, di ba? Meron po kayong consumer, meron kayong buyer, di ba? Ganyan naman ho yung circular flow nga sinasabi nila. Similarly, dito ho sa atin, we must remember, if you are a customer on the right side, you of course buy online seller. Okay? So yan ho yung nagpo-provide ng goods and service. Ito po yung mga online merchants. No? So kung ikaw po ay nagtitinda ng ng ube pandesal, di ba? Pwedeng meron kang sariling website or nagtitinda ka through Facebook. Di ba? So ikaw ay isang online merchant. However, marami ho sa ating online merchants, no? Ang importante po ng platforms. So nandito ho sa ilalim natin, nakikita natin, no? Digital platforms. Andyan po yung nabanggit ko kanina mga platforms. They link the buyers and the sellers. Of course, pag kayo ho ay bumili, kailangan nyo magbayad. Kailangan natin magbayad. So nandyan ho ang mga the likes of UnionBank. Nandyan ho yung GCash. Nandyan yung PayMaya and Dragon Pay. Lahat ho ng mga payment gateways natin. At kapag tayo ay nagbayad, inaasahan natin na i-deliver yan sa atin. Okay? So what do we always say to our merchants? E-commerce is different from brick and mortar in such a way that it's all about networking. And it's all about not being big. Even if you are small, you can do a lot. You can still be prosperous. Sinasabi ho natin yung famous analogy, diba? Hindi na pagka yung daw langgam tumapak sa jet, ano daw ang speed niya. Kailangan lang ng mga maliliit na micro tumapak sa jet para mabilis. Hindi ba? That's it, no? You don't need to do everything yourselves. You don't need to have your own tracking because there are delivery platforms that can do that for you. What you need to do is to focus on your product, focus on your marketing, because in the end, that's what your core competence is, and the others, you make it easy. So kuha ka ng payment gateway mo, di ba? Mas madali, pwede lang magbayad, mas mabilis. So yun ho, no? So those are the ecosystem, and I mentioned there's government. Yung pong intermediaries, nakikita natin yung mga the likes of Google, hindi ho ba? Ito, yung nakikita ko po yung, di ba, si Sari-Sari, Global Linker. Nasabi ko na kaagad yung sari-sari Sir JP. Global Linker. 'Di ba? Mga ano po natin, mga SMEs natin. Sabi gusto nila magka-website, ikaw magbabayad ka pa. Punta ka na lang. Global Linker. Ano ka diyan? Sampa ka sa kanila, 'di ba? And they will take care of it. Libre to, hindi ba? Sir JP, I believe it is free. So these are the things that we are promoting so that our micro, small, and medium enterprises can make it madali. So ito, I won't go into the details, but I just wanted to tell the viewers now that in order for us to define the strategies, we have to understand exactly the players. So ito, nakakatuwa. Yung palang digital platforms, marami pala ho yan. Ano? May marketplace, may social media, may service, may payment, may logistics, may delivery platforms. Drawing ho namin yan. Actually, ang nag-drawing ho yan, tinulungan syempre kami ng private sector para maintindihan na government. Ano ba talaga, no? Who are the players? Pag sinabi nating digital platforms, what do they actually mean? Sino-sino ba yan sila? So madami ho yan. So nakikita natin may service, yun na. Meron mga famous dyan, mga familiar ano ho sa atin. Okay? Ganyan ho. Diba? If you remember kanina, when I mentioned to you the ecosystem, we mentioned about the platforms. Ito ho yung mga key players, no? Meron ho akong, di ba, nilagay ko natin na kailangan muna tayo magbayad. Pati ho yung payment ecosystem. We have to understand the payment ecosystem, especially in terms of e-payment. No? So what we want to see is for us to, in the future, have cashless transactions. So ang partner po namin dito ng DTI is the Bangko Sentral. No? So yan ho yung inaaral ho talaga natin yan at kasama ho yan doon sa ating roadmap. And as I have mentioned, we are working closely with the Bangko Sentral. The vision is really to have a cashless transaction and by, sabi nga ho sana by 2030, pero baka humapabilis because of the pandemic. No? These are the major players. So nakita ho natin na the ecosystem is quite large. They have their own roles to play. Tayong mga mamimili, we know about our electronic wallets. I always ask, every time I speak, dati nung tayo ay pwede pang mag-public speaking sa mga audience natin, lagi po akong nag-advocate, kayo ba ay may electronic wallet na? Kasi yan ho sa Pilipinas, imagine ho, ang sinasabi ho natin, less than 10% make online payments. Isipin nyo, less than 10%, no? And then less than 2% have a credit card. Oh, napaka-konti lang ho talaga. So we want more people to really use their mobile accounts, no? So ayan, may payment. Ganun din yung logistics. Alam na ho natin kung sino sila. Alam din po natin kung saan pwedeng maging efficient. And this is the part of the road mapping exercise because we need to know, we need to understand. Government needs to know what kind of strategies are needed in order to grow the e-commerce sector. So dito ho nakita natin si logistics. Tandaan ho natin, kailangan yung logistics natin efficient. And how do we do that? It should be faster, sa speed, and lower in cost. Diba? We should have reduced logistics costs. Those are what your government, no, is working on in order to really make our e-commerce ecosystem more robust. Government, I want to report that when you say e-commerce, in-outline na ho natin kasi marami pong e-commerce, no, the sector, the coverage is too big. And maganda po yung ginawa ni Google, no? Si Google po, meron siya e-commerce, pero yung e-commerce niya, tinawag natin internet retail, no? Ito yung goods and services po, no? Pero there are also we are also looking at e-commerce relative to online travel, digital media, ride-hailing, at saka digital financial services. Remember that this is a whole of government. No? Of course, pag internet retail o goods, usually DTI po yan. No? Pag may problema kayo, lapit kayo sa DTI. Pag hindi na-deliver, pag substandard, kay DTI kayo tumatakbo. Online travel po kay Department of Tourism. No? So yung digital media po, nandyan po din nandyan po si optical media, si intellectual property, si MTRCB. Yan po ang mga regulators natin relative sa digital media. Ride-hailing naman po, by the way, ang digital media po would cover itong Netflix, gaming, creatives, no? Yan po, cover po yan ng digital media. Ang ride-hailing naman po, of course, is transport. Andyan din po yung food delivery. And then yung digital financial services, si DSP po talaga ang ating ang ating regulator. So nandyan po yung digital lending, insurance, and all other digital products. Okay? So yan po ang covered natin sa e-commerce. You'll ask, what is the government strategy? It's very simple. And gusto natin madaling maalala. 3S equals to S. SSSS. So we are promoting speed, structure, and security. Because what do we want if we have speed, structure, and security? What we want is for our SMEs to have sales. Yun ang e-commerce dumami benta. Diba? That's it. And how do we do that? Unahin ko po yung security because when the Secretary of Trade gave his marching order, very clear, very loud what he said. Build trust. As I said, maraming sa atin hindi nag-e-commerce kasi natatakot. Natatakot for many reasons. No? Either hindi niya makukuha yung produkto, makukuha yung data niya, and all that. So we have to have regulations that are assuring and enforceable. Speed, ito na, maraming nagre-reklamo, walang e-commerce kung walang internet. Ayan ho. So, alam naman ho ni DICT at saka ang DICT ho are doing his very best to make sure that that problem is really addressed. And then structure. Ayan po ang structure. Now, let's talk about e-government. You know, in order for e-commerce to work, kapatid ho niya is e-government. No? Dapat automated din. Para pag nag-apply ng lisensya ang mga negosyante natin, mabilis. And of course, kailangan din yung mga skills ng ating citizenry is at par no with e-commerce in terms of digitalization. So kaya ho, when we say of structure, we're talking about hard and soft. No? So I won't go into details. I said it's about speed. When we say speed, e-commerce gives consumer access to time-saving options through swift transactions and delivery of products and services. So speed in both the perspective of the consumer and the perspective of the merchant. Next. Alam nyo ho, kasalukuyan ho natin binabalangkas ang ating strategies. These are not it. We are still working and doing the draft, and hopefully by end of the year, our new roadmap will be launched. So as I said, I mentioned this earlier, it's about security. In e-commerce, there is trust between consumers and sellers. That's very fundamental. Structure, we are building a future-ready government with a private sector that shall thrive in the digital economy and a citizenry whose skills are aligned with the requirements of Industry 4.0. There are initiatives, as I have mentioned, alam nyo po, yung government, we have a roadmap. A roadmap that is being prepared hand in hand with the private sector. So alam din ho natin that in order for us to be felt by the public and in order for us to move the strategies, there are certain programs and initiatives. So itong mga boxes na to, ito po yung mga usually ginagawa ng mga government para ho and yan po iniisa-isa ho natin yan ngayon. Okay? So there, isa hong proyekto natin yung Reboot package for online enterprises. This is one of the DTI's COVID-19 recovery measures. Alam niyo po, during that when the quarantine was imposed, the Secretary of Trade immediately ordered that we come up with a program for SMEs. Ang programa ho ng SMEs na to matulungan kasi nga ho lahat tayo naka-quarantine, lahat nagsara mostly yung ating mga negosyo. Ano po? So dito sa Reboot package, we talk to the platform so that they will provide onboarding free. Nakipag-usap po tayo sa mga payment gateways na kung pwede tulungan natin para magkaroon ng link naman sa payments. Kinausap po natin yung telcos. At sinabi natin sa telcos, pwede ba magbigay naman tayo ng libreng internet sa mga mag-subscribe ng ating subscribe sa ating proyekto. At of course, ang pinaka-importante ho sa lahat ay we would like to introduce a training program. One, to help our micro, small, medium enterprises to demystify e-commerce, no? Kasi marami mong mahirap yan. Di ba mahal dyan? And all of that. So we wanted our micro, small, and medium enterprises to have access to information. So yun po, nagkaroon ho kami ng control biz seminars at sabi nga ho natin, basta e-commerce, madali. Um, I hope that we will get some chance again soon. Kasi dito sa Control Biz, ang dami po naming natutunan dyan, no? Tips to start selling online, paano ba mag-onboard, ano bang kailangan sa marketing, sa e-fulfillment, paano pa ako mag-start. So these are some of the very practical and informative lessons. Pagka sa mga viewers ho ng ating webinar today, pagkatapos ho ninyong manood dito ngayon, subukan ho ninyong dalawin ang DTI site. No? This is the ecommerce.dti.gov.ph o kaya naman punta kayo sa Facebook namin at DTI e-commerce. At of course, pwede din ho kayong pumunta sa DTI YouTube channel kasi lahat ho ng aming mga materials na nandun ho sa ating Control Biz ay makikita ho ninyo. So there, Carlo, I think I should stop with that and just to let everybody know that the Department of Trade and Industry is here to help everyone, especially our micro, small, medium enterprise sa kanilang online journey. And sa UnionBank, maraming salamat po sa suporta ho ninyo sa DTI. Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem, Asik G. Thank you. In fact, I was listening to your talk and it's very eye-opening. Cliche na to say that, but it really and I think maraming mag-agree sa akin ng mga viewers on Facebook and our other platforms. Kasi minsan po pag nagbe-business, kumari small business, katulad ng mga friends kong nagbebenta sa IG for instance, tapos na pag-usapan ng gobyerno, ang unang iniisip ay, nako, itatax kami. But clearly from Asek Jean's talk, right, it's not just about taxation, it's about the S's, right? Speed.
Wow! Security instruction!
Diba? Para sales ay tumaas. So we're very happy to hear that from you, Asek Jean. Now I'd like to also share to our viewers that UnionBank ay tinatapatan din namin ang mga initiatives ng DTI. We've always been supportive of this and have several partnerships, in fact, for this cause. And as we continue to empower and enable MSMEs to grow their businesses by providing digital banking solutions, right? Nandun po kami sa speed at security part, nakakatulong po ang UnionBank dyan. Having said that, gusto rin natin malaman yung experiences naman ng isang business owner, right? So on the flip side of the vision is the reality na meron pa rin talaga mga blockers sa pagtatayo at pagpapalago ng negosyo. And that's why we have our next guest. Nene, can you share your story and the difficulties that you encountered when you were starting your business?
Hi again. Good morning ulit po sa inyong lahat at marami ako nakuha ang mga tips doon kay Asek. Ako naman, basically nag-start kasi galing ako sa lugi ng business ko. Nag-start ako before parang hindi ko siya binigyan ng tamang pag-aaral, tamang panahon. Dahil meron lang akong kapital, nag-start agad ako. So nalugi yung mga ibang businesses ko. And I decided to start small. So, hindi muna ako nag-hire ng maraming tao, unlike sa mga nauna ko ng business. So, since na konti lang yung tao, konti lang din yung production, hindi namin ma-meet masyado yung demands ng mga client namin. So, yun yung isa sa mga una naming naging challenge. Una kong naging challenge as a mompreneur. And then, nung nag-decide ako na maging home base muna, since na gusto ko nga mag-focus muna sa anak ko, sa pagpapalaki ng anak ko. Pero on the side, I still want also to earn may kinikita sa negosyo kahit maliit lang. Yun. Hindi agad kami nabigyan ng permit, gawa nga ng hindi pa uso ang mga home-based business nung araw. So sabi sa akin, kailangan ko maghanap ng pwesto. Small capital. I wanted to start small talaga para hindi nga mapaso at hindi nga malugi ulit. Kasi gusto ko step by step, baby steps, para at least may progress, ganyan. And also, yung banking experience naman, kasi pag nag-open ka ng business, nire-require business permit, nire-require na pumunta sa bank. Yun, isa sa mga hassle doon ay pupunta ka sa bangko, tapos palaging mahaba ang pila, mag-spend ka ng too much time there para lang makapag-transact sa business. Kailangan kasi pag nag-rent ka, PDC dapat ang ibabayad mo sa nirentahan mo para sa business. So we have to open corporate account for the business. So kailangan may check kami. So we had to go there physically before. So yun, mga mahabang oras, pila muna kasi palaging maraming tao sa bangko palagi. Ayun po, ano yun, yung mga tatlong yun, yung mga unang challenges na naharap namin sa pag-start ng business.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that, Nene. No? Interesting kasi I'm sure many of our viewers can relate to that, no? Na hindi lang talaga swerte ang susi sa business. Kasi even as you find success, no, with your new venture now with Nene Prime Foods, marami pa rin talagang challenges such as, you know, these tools of managing the business through the bank, etc. Now, babalikan natin si Nene mamaya-maya. Pero as mentioned by Asek Jean kanina, digital banking services have really been crucial in enabling businesses to go online. Napakaganda na na-share ni Nene yung challenges na to. So ngayon naman, pupunta tayo kay JP para mapag-usapan natin yung SME Business Banking app of UnionBank and how it aligns the goals of BTI, right, of government, and also the pain points of business owners like Nene. JP, take it away.
Sige, pag-usapan natin how we are able to help the SMEs, especially mga na-mention ni Nene kanina ng mga pain points on account opening, di ba? And there's so many more. Meron pa dyan yung how do I manage my transactions, especially now na pandemic and all things like that. So alam naman ng mga tao, UnionBank has been in the forefront of really going digital and enhancing technology para magamit ng aming mga customers. And of course, the consumers all around there. We have been leading in terms of innovations. Yung mga customers na namin na matagal na, nakita nyo na pagdaanan natin sama-sama kung paano nagbago yung interface namin sa UnionBank. Back in 1999 or 98 when we first introduced online banking, ang laki na po ng pinagbago niya. And we still strive and try to innovate as much as we can kasi po ang pinaka-realization namin is we have to provide the correct facilities and the correct technology so that you can bank wherever you want to bank. Naisip niyo po ba yon? Paano pag nasa bahay ako, na-stuck ako sa bahay, pero may kailangan gawin? Kesa pumila ako sa bangko, kumuha ng Grab, na ang hirap-hirap kumuha ng Grab para pumuntang bangko or maghanap ng parking, pwede kayo magbangko kahit nasaan kayo. Gaya ni Nene, nasa bahay, binabantayan niya yung kanyang online store, binabantayan niya yung mga payments na pumapasok, right there and then, dapat nakikita niya. Pag-isipan natin mabuti, balikan natin yung sinabi ni Asik G. Speed, structure, security increases sales. Kung pinag-isipan natin mabuti, speed, at the touch of my fingers, nagagawa ko yung pag-reconcile ng mga payments na pumasok sa akin, that is speed. Structure, kung nagkaroon na kayo ng online store at kabisado nyo na how e-commerce is being done, how digital is being done, di ba magandang way na naka-align din doon yung experience nyo kung paano kayo mag-banking? And of course, security, well, we are definitely a bank and we adhere to the highest standards of security. All of those put in together in a mobile app or a web portal for you in terms of banking increases your efficiency, increases the cost reduction and all these to increase sales in your behalf. So, umpisahan natin, saan ba tayo magsisimula? I'm sure na-experience ni Nene ito. Pag mag-open ka ng bank account, di ba napakaganda kung digital din? If there's a way for you to be able to open a bank account without leaving your home or leaving your office, number one yan eh. Una-unang reklamo ng mga tao, ang daming papel na kailangan kong fill upan. Diba? Tapos humihingi ka pa ng photocopy nito, photocopy niyan, etc. But if there's a digital way for you to just transfer the file to us, even if it's a Zoom call or a Google Meets call, diba? If there's a way to do that, that's very, very exciting and that will enhance the experience of customers and bring them onto digital. Pero syempre, aside from opening a bank account, importante, and I'm very, very happy to share with everyone, is you'll be able to bank however you want to do banking. And this is where we start promoting things like the SME mobile banking app. Right? Imagine mo, kung dati alam lang natin, ang mobile app para sa aking pera ay si GCash, si Paymaya, or yung savings account ko sa isang bangko. This is the first time na makakakita kayo ng app para sa business account ninyo. And alam ko, marami na rin pong gumagamit yan. Ano ba ang isa na pinaka-hate na mga tao gawin? Pumunta sa bangko at mag-deposito ng cheque. In our app, you can deposit a check for your business. Nakita nyo na po yan dun sa aming retail app. And yes, in our mobile app for businesses, you can do that as well. And there's so many ways to access it. If you are the likes of Carlo and probably Nene who has 3 different phones, you can download the app in Google, you can download the app in Apple, right? And later on, ilalabas din natin yan sa Huawei. And again, all those things that you need to do, manage, kumuha ng bank statement, di ba? Madalas yan, yung mga mahilig pa mag-passbook dyan. Pwede nyo na po makuha lahat ng detalye ng nangyayari sa inyong account in your mobile app or web. Yung mga mahilig mag-transfer ng funds from one bank to the other, you can do that. In fact, in the business app, you can also transfer funds internationally, even to other countries pag meron kayong kailangan bayarang supplier sa labas. Right? And you can manage so many things, manage multiple organizations. In fact, later on, dadating din dyan pati pagbayad sa government. BIR is already inside. You can pay your taxes using our mobile app. So hindi na kailangan lumabas. Crediting for payroll, it's all there. Again, I want to go back. Real-time bank transfers to any other local banks. Di ba po, pag pumunta ka sa isang branch, bibigyan ka ng isang papel, carbonized pa yon, pupunta ka doon sa mesa na napakahaba kasi nandun yung mga ballpen na may wire, susulat mo lahat yan, tapos pipila ka na naman sa teller para ibigay yung papel. Tanggalin nyo na lahat yan. Touch of your fingers, you can transfer funds to other banks. Right? With the touch of the finger, you can transfer payroll to your payroll accounts. Right? We have that in the app. Pay utilities. Yung mga sawang-sawa na dahil sa nangyari sa mga issues sa mga utility company lately na kailangan mo pumila sa labas ng branch nung ayoko na sabihin kung ano pero utilities, di ba? Stay at home. For your business, you can pay your utility bills through your app or online. Later on po lahat yan ipapakita namin sa inyo. And of course, we are very proud to say that all of these are available even, again, paulit-ulit ako, in a mobile app. Right? In your cellphone, na best friend ng lahat ng tao dahil sa Facebook, sa Instagram, at sa e-commerce. Andyan po lahat yan para sa inyo and all available. So I do hope na na-inspire kayo to start shifting more to digital banking.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, JP. Pababulaanan ko lang po, 2 lang po ang cellphone ko. Fake news po yung 3. Pero thank you, JP, for being really consistent with our advocacy for MSMEs and true to the bank's purpose of co-creating innovations that would serve the community. So thanks again. Now, I'm interested to know kung paano naman ito nakatulong sa mga MSMEs. Ito na po yung toong litmus test. Ito na po yung sabi nila, the proof is in the pudding. So babalikan po natin ang ating guest client din ng Union Bank. Nene, since when have you been using the app?
I've been using the app for 1 month na kasi nung nag-open kami ng online store, it's really a good idea to integrate na magkaroon na ng online din na payment, online bank transfer. And then yung natuwa ako doon na I can open an account without going physically to the store, to the bank branch. And then not too much papers to fill up.
Right.
And kung pag-verify ng accounts via Zoom lang online, it's like the new normal na talaga. At maganda dahil nga nag-innovate na tayo, which is good kasi safety po natin ang una-una nating dapat i-priority ngayon. So it's really good na I can open, or all MSME are able to open corporate account without going outside, without interacting to other people kasi mas safe po yun. And then I can also do transactions without going out of the house, without going out to my store, without interacting to other people. I can send payment. And I can also accept payments sa mga nag-order. Mga clients namin nag-order ng mga Nene Prime Foods product. They also send the payment via the app, via the UnionBank account. Sending it to my UnionBank account online transfer lang. So very convenient. Real time yung pag-credit niya sa bank account namin. I can check it online as well. Kapag sinabi ni client, we already transferred our payment to our orders. So yon, check lang namin online, just few seconds, and then you can already book rider para i-deliver na yung order nila kasi na-receive na namin agad yung payment. Napakadali, napaka-convenient, hassle-free, at saka yung na-solve na yung problem na I don't wanna go out and I don't wanna look for parking space. That's spending too much effort and time para lang maghanap ng parking dahil kailangan mag-banking. Ngayon, wala na yon. Very convenient and easy. And I can spend more time with my son and also doing other things more important, lalo na sa pagnenegosyo kaysa sa pagpipila sa bangko.
Awesome. Nako, kung nakita niyo po ang mga mukha at mga tenga ng taga UnionBank, ay pumapalakpak po ang tenga namin at abot hanggang tenga ang ngiti. Dahil yan naman po talaga ang reason, no, ang dahilan kung ba't lahat po kami ay nagtatrabaho para gumawa ng mga innovations na nakakatulong para sa mga katulad ni Nene. Thank you again sa pag-share mo ng kwento mo, Nene. Now, I'm sure sa mga nanonood, no, you're very eager to learn more about itong kanina pa namin minimension na SME Business Banking app. So we have the perfect person to talk about it. Alex, can you walk us through the product highlights and features?
Hi, of course, I would love to. Nakaka-inspire talaga yung kwento nila Asek, pati ni Miss Nene. Kasi yung goal talaga natin dito is to help our mga kababayan natin ngayong pandemic. And sana hindi lang ngayong kahit mawala na yung COVID, ma-adapt natin tong e-commerce, itong digital platform na to. So yeah, without further ado, I think I'll start my presentation. I think I'll start with ano nga ba ang SME Business Banking app? If you're familiar with UnionBank Online, yung UnionBank Online natin allows our clients to make transfers, to view their account balances without having to go to the branch or without having to go out of their office. So pwede nilang tingnan, open lang yung app nila, makaka-transfer na sila ng funds and makaka-pay na sila ng bills. So yung experience na yun sobrang dali lang. And we wanted to replicate that for our SMEs, for our businesses. So ginawa namin itong SME Business Banking app to allow our business owners access to their funds without stepping inside a branch. So it's super easy. I think ulit-ulit na natin sinasabi throughout the webinar na sobrang dali. But gaano nga ba kadali? So ganito lang siya. So when you open the app, you just go to the account balances and then it's gonna load all your account balances. So kunwari meron kang dalawang checking account, isa for collections, isa for disbursement. You can enroll both of those to the app and then ma-access mo na yung account balance mo and yung transaction history mo din. Yung kagandahan din nito, we also have a website. Ngayon dun sa website, you can actually download a PDF copy of your transaction history. So ito na yung parang statement. So hindi mo na kailangan pumunta din sa bangko just to ask for your transaction history. Pwede ka din mag-download actually ng Excel file. And it's gonna help you with your recon kasi lahat ng information, your beneficiaries, kung sino yung transfer sa'yo and magkano, it's gonna show up in that Excel file. So that's for the account management. We also have, of course, itong fund transfers. Fund transfers, it's so easy. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-fill out ng kahit anong form. Wala kang kailangan picturean. You just need to open the app and then you select kung anong channel yung gusto mong gamitin. Meron kami Union Bank to Union Bank. Meron din kaming transfers to other banks. This is, so we have PesoNet and InstaPay. This is actually very helpful. At least you can transfer out. So kung magda-transfer ka to GCash, pwede with the InstaPay feature. So you just select the channel and then you enter your details. So lalagay mo lang doon kung sino yung beneficiary and then yung amount. And you can actually schedule it ahead of time. So kung gusto mo, okay lang naman na mada-transfer siya right here, right now. But for example, meron kang payroll by the end of the month. You can actually schedule it, for example, September 30. And then automatic na yung pagdating ng September 30, magta-transact na siya. Hindi mo na kailangan tingnan, automatic na siya na mag-transact. Yan. So, like Sir JP mentioned kanina, it's not just fund transfers and account management. We also have bills payments in the SME Business Banking app. Ngayon, pwede kang magbayad ng utility payments mo, whether it's electricity, whether it's water, telco, it's all in the app. And what's more is, you can also pay your taxes online. So ulitin ko lang, you can pay your BIR taxes online. No need to go to the branch anymore. So it's those small wins, no, na natatanggal natin yung having to go out, kuha ka pa ng Grab or kung ano man just to get to the branch. So yun, everything is all online. And yung kagandahan nun, it's streamlined. Kasi e-commerce ka na eh. So maganda end-to-end mo. Talagang integrated na online yung e-commerce mo. online na din yung banking transactions. And of course, before I forget, we also have this feature called remote banking. Ngayon, syempre hindi maiwasan. Minsan, you still have to go to the branch to make cash and check deposits kasi that's how you fund your account, right? So, yung ginawa naming innovation for remote banking is hindi mo na kailangan mag-fill out ng form. Gagawin mo, magla-login ka lang sa app, enter mo na doon yung details, yung details ng cheque mo, yung amount ng cash deposit mo, and then you just click submit. May ma-generate na kaming reference number, and yung reference number na yun na yung ilalagay mo pagdating sa branch. And automatically, you get prioritized. So, wala na, pagdating mo sa branch, lalagay mo lang talaga yung reference ID na yun, and automatic, ikaw na yung next sa pila. So, that's less exposure for you, and it's faster as well. So, hindi mo na kailangan mag-antay sa branch ng kalahating araw para lang makapag-deposit ng mga cheque. So those are the things that we integrated dun sa SME Business Banking natin to make it a seamless experience for our business owners. Yun nga sa kwento ni Miss Nene, dahil mabilis na yung banking niya, may time na siya para sa pamilya niya. Kasi yun talaga yung goal. It's really about making things easy, making banking easy so you can focus on your operations, on your business. So that's it. We're taking away the hassle of banking with SME Business Banking.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex. Now, when people say that it's a lifesaver, it's quite literal, no, at some point. Kasi you save yourself exposure. Now, my own family, our businesses also benefit from this, no? My sister, who has her own business, also is super thankful to UnionBank because of these features. Now, I'm sure you don't need any more reasons for this, to get this app. Pero I hear, Asek Jean, meron pang ibang perks for businesses adapting to these digital platforms.
Always saying that when you apply, when you go through online or offline, we don't distinguish, no. So I want that to be clear, no. There's no distinction between an online business and an offline or brick and mortar. So if you, for example, no, much talks. There have been a lot of talks on the BIR requirement, di ba po? So sinasabi ho natin na yung pong registration, lahat po ay talagang kailangan mag-register, no? Kaya po ay yung business. So alam din ho natin yung sinasabi din natin na meron din hong incentive na binibigay ang government. Pagka kunyari po ikaw ay Bambi, no? You have you are exempted from your income tax, no? So lahat ho ng whether you are an online business or an offline business, you also have that that incentive. Tapos yun din ho yung sa under the tree na kapag 250,000 po ang inyong income, kayo din po ay meron ding exempted from income tax. So yun, I just wanted to clarify that government is providing these incentives whether you are on online business or offline, no, or brick and mortar.
Maraming salamat, Asek Jean, for that clarification. So I think the message is clear. Go into business, and if possible, go online, right? So it's been a very inspiring, really. It's always inspiring in these talks, but very encouraging to know that in the midst of all the challenges we face these days, especially for MSMEs, there are digital solutions we can take advantage of. Example na yung business ni Nene with Nene Prime Foods. Specifically, ang ating SME Business Banking app that will help business owners manage their banking needs at the end of their fingertips. So before we end, I'd just like to thank again my guests for today. Nene, Alex, JP, and Asek Jean, thank you once again for joining us. Thank you, viewers, for joining in. Ako pumuli si Carl Cordero na nagsasabi na hindi madali ang buhay sa pandemya, pero kasama ang DTI at ang UnionBank, ang pagnegosyo pwedeng maging madali. We hope to see you again soon here on UnionBank Talks Digital. Bye!
Thank you so much.